and welcome to Morning News. I'm Shilpa Ratnam and you're watching CNN News 18. Amid the crisis in the Taiwan Strait, with the Chinese dragon breathing fire, Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen has sent out a strong message to the dragon. In her message, she urged the Chinese government to act with reason and exercise restraint. Now, we know that since Nancy Pelosi's visit, China has been imposing restrictions on Taiwan and has been threatening them with military action. The president has said that Taiwan will not escalate the conflict, but will absolutely and resolutely defend its sovereignty, security, and democracy in the face of Chinese aggression. This comes after the Chinese announced joint air and sea drills near Taiwan, along with test launches of conventional missiles in the East Sea of the country. China fired ballistic missiles and deployed fighter jets and warships as it held its largest ever military exercises around the island nation. Of course, this is being done to intimidate Taiwan for allowing that Pelosi visit. Meanwhile, Japan has claimed that 5 ballistic missiles launched by China's military have fallen into Japan's exclusive economic zone.
是在国际最繁忙的航道上进行危险的飞弹射击，这不只是对台湾，对于国际社会都是不负责任的做法。这不但破坏了台海的现状，侵犯了我们的主权，更造成印太区域的高度紧张，而海空运输的安全、国际贸易的正常运作都受到空前的威胁。我们严正要求中国理性自治。
Live-fire missile drills, choppers and jets deployed, long-range rockets launched. A day after Nancy Pelosi's Taiwan visit, the dragon is breathing fire. China is holding its largest ever military exercise in the seas around Taiwan. The exercises are taking place in multiple zones around Taiwan. Some are just within 20 kilometers of the island. In the border island of Pingtang, Chinese military choppers were seen flying past. China has deployed more than 100 fighter jets, bombers and other warplanes in the airspace of Taiwan. According to Taipei's defense ministry, China fired multiple ballistic missiles into waters around Taiwan. Taiwan has in turn moved howitzers and mortars close to areas where PLA is carrying out drills. Beijing has defended the drills as necessary and blamed the US for the escalation.
We are left with no choice but to take resolute measures to uphold our sovereignty and territorial integrity. And will this become a new normal? It hinges on the action of the US side and the Taiwan independence forces.
Despite China's fury, Nancy Pelosi's extraordinary stopover in Taiwan was the first high-level visit by a US official in 25 years. But by pledging support to Taiwan's democracy, a shadow has been cast on Washington's One China policy.
America stands with Taiwan. I think that whatever China was going to do, they will do in their own good time.
In a major escalation, Japan claimed 5 ballistic missiles launched by China's military landed inside Japan's exclusive economic zone for the very first time. Japan has lodged a protest, and at least a dozen Japanese and US F-15 fighter jets have taken off from Okinawa. So given the backlash that we're witnessing from China, has Pelosi's visit caused more harm than good?
My colleague Anusha Soni spoke to CNN's Will Ripley on the ongoing tensions between China and Taiwan. Listen in.
Launching missiles over Taiwan and splashing down in the waters off of Japan is certainly at least a reminder of the actual threat that Taiwan has faced for decades. I mean, Chinese missiles are always pointed at this island. We've always known they could arrive here in a matter of minutes. China is simply demonstrating it in a way at a scale that we have not seen before. And the provocations are dialed up, and they're using Nancy Pelosi's visit as an excuse to cross the median line of the Taiwan Strait now, dozens of times, to fire these ballistic missiles for the first time in this trajectory, and then to conduct military exercises that are so close to Taiwan and, encircling the island. None of these things have happened before, and they're all happening right now. I think the bigger question is we need to watch over the next 12 months, 24 months. I mean, we know, U.S. intelligence certainly believes, and I think a lot of analysts would agree, that China is working towards getting its military at a point where they feel comfortable that they could just take Taiwan. And a lot of analysts say if Xi Jinping felt that he could take Taiwan very quickly and painlessly, not a Ukraine scenario, but faster, that he would have already done it. And he would like to do it while he's in power. And this is not going to be a situation where you can just ship weapons into Taiwan like they're doing to Ukraine, because Taiwan is an island. And if China had set up some sort of a blockade, basically this would involve other nations having to commit resources, in a Pacific, combat that we have not seen in decades.
My colleague Maria Shakil spoke to a panel of guests on China-Taiwan tensions post Nancy Pelosi's visit. Listen in.
For the first time, Dr. Nagao, ballistic missiles fired by China are believed to have landed in Japan's exclusive economic zone. That's what Tokyo's defense minister said, all emanating from one visit, that is of Nancy Pelosi. How far do you think China could go?
Yes, China is very arrogant. China should learn the lesson in the history. What happened in the World War I when the German submarine attacked U.S. ship? U.S. joined the war. So if China fires a missile indiscriminately, Japan will join and U.S. will join. So real loser will be China if the U.S., Japan, and Taiwan strengthen our relation and coordinately we will fight against China.
Okay, tell me, Dr. Nagao, is there a sense in Tokyo at present that all this is only because of Nancy Pelosi's visit?
Of course, China prepares such kind of the exercises for a long time because this is one of the options anytime they can use. But at the same time, currently, U.S. Japan try to support Taiwan. And as a part of the support, yes, Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan. That's true. So her visit is very courageous and based on strong will. But at the same time, the process itself has a problem, I believe. Because if Nancy Pelosi's visit is a little surprising visit, in this case, China cannot do anything. But someone reveals the information. The media reports, the White House itself leaks this information. And so after that, China thinks the U.S. attitude is a little too weak.